Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I just wanted to share things that have impacted me personally as being a teen mom. The first thing is just being flung into motherhood. Typically when you are at the point in your life when you're having a baby, you've done a lot of research. You know most things about pregnancy, about the postpartum period. You've done a lot of research on babies, all that kind of stuff. Personally for me, I literally did not know that you bleed for weeks after giving birth. Overall, I basically had zero knowledge on what to expect after I gave birth. Next is having no mom friends that are your age. Most women that have babies that are my kids' age are mid to late 20s, and so nobody really wants to hang out with someone so much younger than them. So it's hard to find anyone with the same interests and all that. Another one is my friends from high school completely dropped me after I gave birth. It was narrowed down to just one friend that asked if they could come see me, and so I said yes, absolutely. So yeah, none of my friends from high school have seen Beck since he was about 2 months old. He turns 2 in November. None of my high school friends have met Ellie. So yeah, it's just weird growing apart so fast. Some of them live out of state, some are going to college, some are still living the single party life, some are just working. I personally just stay home with my kids. I don't party. I'm not going to school. So yeah, it's hard to find time in my schedule that I don't have the kids that anyone would want to hang out, because they don't want the kids with them, because then they can't do what they want to do, and it's a whole new world once you have a baby and all your old friends are suddenly not there for you anymore. My next thing is the transition from being a kid to having a kid. So basically with that, an example is one day you're at home, your mom just made you dinner, you're hanging out all the time, and then the next day you have your own kids, you're out on your own, you're the one making dinner, you're the one scheduling the doctor appointments, you're the one doing the errands, the grocery shopping, all that kind of stuff. It's just so hard leaving my family and my house that I grew up in so suddenly and starting my own adventure. My mom and I have always been super tight, where she's honestly my best friend. I tell her literally everything, and it's just so weird to not have her with me 24/7 anymore. My next thing is having a solid support system. Like, yes, I have my parents, I have my in-laws, they're all amazing, they do support me like crazy, but when we first announced that we were pregnant, there was some anger, some resentment, people were disappointed in us. Yeah, it's just hard to even ever see those people the same way you did before, because they really showed their true colors once you announced something and you started going through something. That just changed my whole perspective on who's actually there for you in these times, and I'm so glad those people aren't in my kids' lives. They never reach out, they never ask to hang out, they never ask to see the kids, and so I'm okay with that because I don't need that in my kids' lives. As a teen mom, it really feels like you're not allowed to have those normal postpartum feelings, like you're not allowed to be exhausted, you're not allowed to ask for help, you're not allowed to have the depression, the anxiety, the PTSD, all the things. You're not allowed to struggle because you did it to yourself. Personally, the worst part about my experience is the fact that I live in Utah. Utah is a very religious state. The whole culture is based around the church, and so if you don't fit into those very specific standards, you are an outcast. And especially where you conceived a kid outside of marriage. One of the first things we heard from someone after we announced we were expecting was, have you started your repentance process? There wasn't a congratulations, there wasn't how far along are you, or are you excited, or anything positive. It was straight cut to the point, like, you need to ask for forgiveness for this sin. I'm not talking bad on the church. That is our basic belief system. I believe my relationship with God is great. It's just the only problem I find is the people. The next thing that really impacted me was when Beck was 4 months old is when the pandemic started. So he was finally getting to the age where I was comfortable taking him out of the house. It was getting warmer. I wasn't scared of RSV anymore because the season was coming to an end. And then all of a sudden everything's closed. People are locked down. You're not allowed to see your friends, your family. You can't go to the grocery store. All those things. And obviously it's still going on to this day. It just felt very isolating, especially because that is the age that babies are the most fun. They're always happy, they're smiling, they laugh at you, and you kind of want to show them off. And we were very isolated, and I wasn't able to do that. We had to stay home all the time, and it was hard. My last thing that really impacted me in my journey is the anxiety I got after having both my babies in the NICU. Before I had Beck, I didn't have the best experience with the NICU. I had a nephew who was born at 26 weeks gestation. He spent 18 days in the NICU and passed away. And so once I went into labor at 34 weeks with Beck and they said he has to go to the NICU, I just that's just where it started. I don't remember a whole lot of anything. My mind has blocked out a lot of things because of the PTSD from everything. And so I really struggled after our NICU stays. My anxiety went through the roof. I don't know. So yeah, I got really bad anxiety after Beck was in the NICU because of previous NICU stays with my nephew. Beck is trying to get in. Hi. Hi. I love you. So that is all for my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. 97% of my viewers are not subscribed, so I would really appreciate it if you hit that button down below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye.